Hello, YouTube. What's going on today? So for today's video, we got episode 2 of the Geauxsst podcast, where as you all know, we're trying to marry mental fitness with gaming. Our goal is to cultivate a community where everyone can come and be themselves, a safe haven for everyone to come and overcome their mental issues or traumas that they've dealt with. A live stream over on Kick, and today what we ended up discussing was struggling in silence, something that's very prevalent in the world. And what we want to do is start the conversation of how we can overcome it, number one, and how detrimental it can be, number two. If you know someone that's dealing with that particular issue potentially, or if you're dealing with your own personal issues, be sure to drop it in the comments below if you're open to sharing it. And maybe what we can do is have a discussion in the next episode about what you're going through and what's the best strategies or practices to overcome it. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, drop a like, and share it with a friend. And as I like to say, man, let love be the glue that binds us all. Love y'all, man. I'll catch y'all in the next one. But I'll go first. So mental check-ins, if you've never done it with us before, it's basically how you feeling from 1 to 10 from emotional standpoint, mentally, physically, and business if you have it. 1 to 10. If you want to expound on what it is and why, that's cool. There's nobody that's going to judge you or call you any kind of names or see you differently. What's good, meet you? Rank drop tomorrow? Yeah. Nobody's going to judge you. No one's going to make you feel a certain way. Well, our goal is to cultivate basically an entire space where people can, talk about their problems and issues and empty out that trash can that they have and deal with every day. That will help keep us mentally clear, so to speak. And that way, if someone is off and they got to get it out, because as you talk about it, it feels better when you get it out of your system. You know what I mean? So I'll go first. Mentally, I am a 6.5. I'm not gonna lie, I'm like a 6.5. I haven't really been sleeping very well as of late. I was laid off. Obviously, everybody know that since November 1st. So we're making it do what it do. But the upside, we do have work starting February 5th. You know what I mean? It's not what we want, but it's something, you know what I mean? Better than zero. Physically, I'm like an 8.5 because I am at 301, almost under 300 pounds. You dig? I know I don't look it, but hey, I'm heavy, man. I'm heavy. You hear me? But we getting down under 300 pounds. Hopefully this week, by the end of this week, we'll be under 300 pounds. Physically, mentally, emotionally, I'm married emotionally to my mentor, 6.5 as well. And I'll be transparent, chat. I'm lonely, chat. I got to get back on the dating apps, I guess. I don't know. But we got to figure something out. But first things first is we got to get me together first, and then we can, pivot into sharing our life once we get that together, because we gotta fix that up. Business is 6.5 as well. So, but actually, I'm gonna go 6.95 because YouTube has been getting some traction. I'll post a YouTube link. I'll pin the YouTube link to the Kick channel as well, so y'all can, hop over there and like the stream and stuff like that. So yeah, that's me. I did everything right: mentally, physically, emotionally, business. Yep. Anybody else want to do their mental check-ins today? You can give a number for each category, like mental, physical, emotionally, in business. If you have business, 1 to 10, 10 being a great, 10 being it can't be any better than what it is. And then if it's a low number, or actually whatever, no matter what the number is, tell us how we can help as a community. Like, how can we, it's 1 to 10, how can we improve your number? If it's anything below 10, I should say. So even if it's a 9.5, what can we do to get you to a 10? What can we do to get you to from a 6.5 to a 7 or 7.5, whatever. So that way we're working, like I say, it takes a village to raise a kid. I think it takes a village to also be an adult. Shit, Apple wouldn't be Apple without a village. You know what I mean? They just got a ginormous village. You dig? It take a village to be an adult, take a village to be a kid. To raise a child as well. So And I think any changes that we want to see happen in the world has to begin in the mirror. Michael Jackson taught me that, but you got to start in the mirror, man. Be able to the best experience is the best experience. I mean, I'm sorry, the best teacher is experience with reflection. I know people used to say best experience is I mean, the best teacher is experience, but the best teacher is experience with reflection, because once you go through that experience, you got to sit down and reflect on, like, what did I do well, what did I do wrong, I should say, as well, and where can I be better, and like how can I learn from this lesson that I just went through, and how can I not repeat the lesson that I also went through as well? You know what I'm saying? Whether it be with relationship, personal life, work, whether it be the gym. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully you don't learn a lesson in that, because you learn a lesson in the gym, that's painful, boy. Like, you throw your back out or something, like, it's crazy. Or it could be like just a simple interaction with a stranger. Like, did I speak to a stranger today? Did I be like, oh, don't look at me? You know what I mean? Like, evaluate that day. You get what I'm saying? It's like, where can I be better? What did I do well? What are some good habits? Am I pushing myself towards being a better version of me? And when you go through those, mental struggles and stuff like that, lean on your village, bro. Like, you got to have accountability partners. Because again, we take our trash out at home so it don't stink. So we got to do the same thing with our mental, bro. Like, you got to take that trash out every day, every week, whatever cadence works for you. Because the more you take it out, the more that you keep it empty, you keep that mental space clear. I've actually, gonna fall on the sword first. Like, I have not been doing a good job at leveraging my village to empty my trash can. I'm a bottle up type person. So when I'm going through stuff, I tend to bottle up, unfortunately. And that's not a good habit. So I am working on, creating better habits. And not to say that I haven't been, emptying my trash at all, but I have been, like, getting some things out, but I feel like I could probably be better with emptying the trash more frequently, so that I'm not, like, stuck in my head so much, and I can think more clearly. You get what I'm saying? So we definitely want to make sure we lean on each other when it comes to our mental health, bro. So that way, a lot of people out there can't afford therapy. They may not be able to squeeze it in their schedule or something, but at least they can plug us in their ear and be able to listen to, conversation and chime in when they need to or can, etc. Miss Lyric, mentally you're 6, working towards getting a new place, working my behind off. I'm proud of you for that, because you have been talking about, like, I know we ain't talking a minute, but I know before work was kind of crazy. Physically at 4, working on my health. Emotionally at 7, not letting those who don't deserve me affect my peace. Along with getting used to being single for more than 2 years. I know that's right. I'm tired of being single. And businesses at 3, working on my website, since I don't currently have commissions, but I also haven't streamed it either. Okay, back to my corner. No, go back to the corner. How can we be of a help as far as, like, being a community that can help you get from elevate 1 point in each category? Like, is there anything that we can do as a community to help better those numbers at all? And while you think through that, I think I also think that, man, a lot of times when we go through and have our own issues, believe it or not, I actually found this out. I forgot who said it, bro. Someone was saying, like, when you're going through something, go help another person, because then that'll help you feel better, right? And then you all can probably, maybe help each other feel better or even get better in whatever mental struggle it is. And one thing that I think humans as well, including, speaking to all of us, we have to stop comparing our traumatic situations, and we got to stop comparing our issues to someone else's. So it's like, oh, that's not nothing. You ain't go through nothing. Like, it may not be nothing to you, but to that person, it's everything. Like, we never know what type of mental strengths or weaknesses they're going through, or what level of mental strength they're at. Like you gotta like have that care about you to be like, man, what is it that you're going through? Like, would you be open to talking about it, or do you just want to vent about it? And then if you want to vent about it, be that ear so that they can, have that dumpster truck, that dumpster release, or that trash being taken out. Right. So, and the same thing, they can be for you as well, if you're comfortable. Because when we get into comparing, it forces those people to start bottling up. If you start like saying, oh man, that ain't much. If you were this and if you were that, like I'm guilty of that. I've done that before as well. And it's just a natural habit because we want to compare, like, oh man, if I had this, I'd be better off. Like, well, you don't. So like, you know what I mean? Like, you gotta be able to empathize. We gotta be able to empathize with each other and try to put ourselves in the other shoes to understand what they're going through, what life looks like to them, and then just love on them, man. And then even if someone's being negative to you, that's one thing I'm really working on, man. When people are being negative towards me, I'm working on responding with love, bro, and coming from a place of like peace. Like I don't care what they tell me, like I'm responding with love no matter what. Because one thing we learned from God is that God is all things to all people. So if we're made in God's image, then our goal should be like, let's try to be all things to all people. If we need to be a safe space, let's be a safe space. If we need to, I don't know, if somebody's financially struggling, let's try to like come together as a community, whether it be $1, 50 cents, $5, whatever. Those numbers add up. The more people we have, they add up, and we can possibly help somebody out by coming together financially. If we need to pray together, two or more gathered, what I'm saying? Like, it's stronger. You feel me? So, sorry, I went on a little rant, my bad. I actually don't know. I feel like it's my fault because of my lack of consistency. I can relate to that because I feel like sometimes I fall into that lack of consistency as well. So like, even though I don't stream as frequently, I've been trying to like be productive in little ways. Like, let me work on thumbnails, let me work on this edit, let me work on this, like just chopping it down to smaller pieces, because when you stream, you probably plan to stream for a few hours, right? And then that's a good amount of time taken away from production, even though that's where the source is. But if we don't take care of well, this is just for me speaking from my perspective, but like the taking care of the production side. And I think we all should just figure out a way to plan out our time the way we plan out the way we're going to spend our money. And I think that'll help us with the consistency factor, because then we won't feel so overwhelmed. And again, speaking to myself as well, because I fall into that category of lack of consistency in us. And I understand it could be a long road, because we sometimes get focused on the end goal and we forget about the journey. You know what I mean? That's what the beauty of it is. Like, if there was no journey, then the end goal wouldn't feel as great to us. They'd be like, oh, I'll just keep winning. You know what I mean? But when you go through that journey, that valley, like I say, do I walk through the valley of the shadow of death? Like, it's just saying that it's the valley. You're going through this valley and it looks like death. It looks like you're going to die, but you're not going to die, right? You're going to walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you know what I'm saying? So, but you're not going to die. You're going to push through and elevate. And I guarantee you this year, Lyric, those numbers are going to be higher, even, throughout the year. And I think business is going to take off for you, because like the talent that you have is like should be displayed to the world. Like your skill level is crazy. So I stay quiet and struggle in my silence. See that? And that's what we don't want to do, is struggle in silence. And again, talking to myself, because I do that too sometimes. Dump truck, you say? We talk about leash. Well, when I said when I did say dump truck, I would just say take out like trash. Take the trash out. I've been doing my daily affirmations now. That's a good start. Daily affirmations is definitely a good start. But yeah, we don't want to struggle in silence, because when that struggle in silence becomes louder eventually for a lot of people. So we want to be able to vocalize our struggle, and it don't have to be to the world. It could just be to a select few people. It don't have to be me. It can be somebody in the community that you feel like you connect better with, or something like that, or you feel more comfortable talking to about it. But yeah, like We know we got Discords. You know what? Now that you say that, excuse me, we should make a we should probably make a Discord channel for conversations like that, so that we can have people that want to talk about those things. They can meet in that room. Like, say, you know, there's people that join the community of Discord to just be in a Discord or whatever, but then there's also, you know, people that eventually, hopefully everybody that joins a certain level of the Discord, to where say, hey man, can someone meet me in room 1 or prayer room, war room, whatever it is we call it, and then we talk about it. My internal struggles come off as a rage, so I'm working on it. Yeah, and that makes sense. That makes sense, because think about it, like again, going back to dumpster truck, but going back to the trash comment, is the reason I say that is because I do view people as dumpsters. So we take in trash every day, but if we never take out the dumpster or empty the dumpster, then it's gonna spill over into a rage, or into, you know, shooting up kids in a school, or shooting ourselves, or swallowing pills. You know what I mean? Because we struggled in silence, and then that silence broke out, and now it's violent, unfortunately. And like men struggle with that heavy. Like, men struggle with struggling in silence heavy, because even as kids we're taught and told, like, you know, toughen up, don't be crying, boy, be a man, la la la, be a man, stop whining, stop crying. But like, if we teach kids how to like process their emotions, then we might not have like all of these mass shooters and killers and craziness happening. To be honest, like, I'm not saying it won't have, I'm not saying it's the 100% cure, but I think it definitely plays a role, because women, y'all are like masterminds at dealing with emotion, because you deal with emotions every month. Like, you got to deal with a stupid period that's going to send you through pain. It's going to fluctuate your hormones and emotions, and you got to like, and no one understand. You feel like no one understands you other than the next woman, obviously, because they are women, so they have a better understanding than what us men do. And all us men got to relate to is a freaking stomach ache. And then we end up hearing y'all say, imagine going through that for a week. You know what I'm saying? But again, that's also comparing issues as well. So you don't want to, you know, try not to fall into that little trap of comparing issues and stuff like that. But it's almost like, but we want to be able to, you know, empathize with someone and understand where they're coming from, and not judge them based off of their, you know, their issues. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, like that internal struggling in silence would definitely cause you to explode in violence sometimes. Like a lot of I forgot what percentage it is, but a large percentage of mass shootings are done by men, and because men don't process feelings well. Like, if you break a guy's heart, like, he's damaged for a long time, because he doesn't know how to process his feelings. It feels like he's being weak when he processes those feelings. Or if you speaking down on him condescendingly, or speaking from a place of like you malice, or you sound like you being like judgmental, or you reminding him of all the things that he does wrong, like that stuff stains to that person. You know what I mean? Like, men, we just don't handle that well. And I mean, that's something that obviously we gotta come together and work on, obviously. So it's negative emotion because it's been bottled up. Yeah, if you bottle it up, it's gonna turn to negative emotions, because the first thing that you're gonna say is, no one cares about me. I've done that. No one loves me. Done that. No one appreciates me. Done that. Like, you start that it starts to get into your brain, and then once it's in your brain, that's hard to change. Like, if there was a way to have good habits go into the brain and come out as easy as it is negative habits, like, we'd be better off. But for whatever reason, humans are just like, they just get stuck in this. Yo, Tony with the 10. Yo, I appreciate you, Tony. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you, bro. Thank you, bro. You didn't have to get that, bro. You didn't have to get that, bro. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the gifties, bro. What I said. So, should I have lost my track? I lost my way of thinking. What was I at? But yeah, so when we bottle up those things, bro, it's like the littlest thing could cause you to tilt over. You know what I mean? I love you too, bro. Love you, bro. Appreciate it, bro. Little things can cause us to tip over, bro. And now we're stuck in this mental cycle. It's like, okay, I'm gonna, and like we're struggling to get out. But that's the good part. Like that's a positive. Like we're struggling to get out, which means that we're choosing to stop, because that's the one thing we got to focus on, is like where our life is going and what we're doing with our life, whether it be like mentally, physically, whatever. Like the first step into it is choosing to move forward, choosing not to be unhappy any longer, choosing to be in a better mental space. And that's like a choice that you have to be consistent about every day. It has to be intentional every day. And that's tough, bro. Like, you go to work every day. You wake up, you want to just like not go to work. You just want to lay there and do nothing. But like, I gotta wake up every morning and choose to smile. I gotta wake up every morning and choose to like not be stuck in my mind. You know what I mean? And that's that mental trap, man. You can go through one traumatic situation, and now you literally stuck in time, because let's say, you were hurt by somebody, whether it be parents, brother, friend, girlfriend, husband, whatever. You stuck in that traumatic situation for your not the rest of your life, but for so long, like 10 years have gone by, and you're stuck in that mental rut because you're hurting so bad. But and you've blocking all of the love over that 10-year span. You've blocked so much love from coming in, because you've built this wall up that you don't want to let no one in, because of that one person ruined that mental space, or that safe space for you. You get what I'm saying? So my thing is, like, you don't want to get stuck there, man. I know it's tough. It's easier said than done, but find again that village, man. I got people. I got a village of a few. I don't know. I can't even count how many, but it's only a few. I can't give an exact number. But I got one person I can talk to about business. I got one person I can talk to about relationships. I got one I can talk to about both of those. They're gonna play devil's advocate. They're gonna recognize like when they need to play devil's advocate and when they don't need to play devil's advocate. So like they got one that's gonna listen. Shoot, if I gotta pray, like I called my mom the other day. I was like, "Mom, I'm losing that mental war today. I need you to pray with me like right now." And we prayed together, and like that's just what we do. Like whenever we need prayer, we call and we share our stories and stuff like that, and like what is it that we're struggling into. I'm getting emotional right now because I can feel it, bro. Like, and I don't like to hear my mama cry, and I heard mama cry about certain stuff, and I don't like to hear that. And that's what's, like, again, hearing her go through that though, like the beauty of the growth that I'm seeing in my mom is like she's able to be vulnerable and not feel judged when we talk. Like I appreciate her for that, because although my mom has been like one of the most important pieces in my life, until a few years ago, bro. A few years ago is when me and my mama broke a barrier to where we're able to talk about literally anything. Like when I say literally anything, we never had that dynamic before. Although me and my mama was close, we've never been this close though. And I'm glad I still have time to like I'm glad we were able to get to that point while she's still here, because like a lot of people don't have that opportunity to do with their moms, or you know what I'm saying, or rectify that with their moms. Like that's my heart. And when she hurt, like I be hurting. So but yeah, bro. So, one second, chat. Y'all tell me if I got boogers in my nose too. Let me see if I got boogers in my nose. But yeah, so but yeah, y'all lean on your village, bro. Y'all lean on your village. What's up, lady? Um, so yeah, so like when we had that conversation, bro, because she unexpectedly started to, because I was venting, she started venting about some stuff, and that's what got me. And I like the sound of my mom was sad. That's a weakness of me. So chilling, how you doing? I'm okay. I'm okay. But so and that's just like a few of the things I've been going through lately, and not using it as a crutch or excuse to not have been streaming, but as part of streaming. It's like, but today I decided, like, no matter what I'm feeling, like I need to stream and talk to my community so that I can fall on that sword of being vulnerable and talking about certain things. So that way we're able to start that cultivation process and be in a safe space for everybody. So and I'll lead off and start that process for everybody. You get what I'm saying? So that's all I got today for that part, chat. You know what I mean? So I just want us to stop. Like, if we have issues with each other within the community, I think we should, if there's an issue that sparked, this is random. So this part is random, and I just thought about it because it was a discussion another night when I was talking to my boys. But like say we're in a community. Obviously, we are a part of a community, and a situation happens where a community member does something malicious or whatever, maybe whether intentional or not intentional. I think that before we decide to distance ourselves from those persons completely, I think we should look at how long we've been knowing that person, or if there has been any type of meat on the bone there, because for our own mental capacity and hopefully to help them be better as well, I think we should look at how long we've been rocking with those persons and say, hey, we're not about to throw away a year, 2 years, 3 years, whatever it is, for a 5-minute span of hurt that you did or whatever. I need to talk to you about XYZ. And if it happened publicly, then an apology needs to happen publicly. Like, that's just my opinion. Like, don't shame me in public and then try to apologize in private. Nah, my brother, you gotta apologize publicly. You know what I'm saying? So I do think that we should again let love be the glue that bind us all together. And I think that's going to overcome everything else. And I feel like we should all, like, just have conversations, bro. Like, if you have an issue with someone, have a conversation. If they receive it, they receive it well. If they don't, then hey, at least we made an attempt to bring that peace between each other, and also be an example of the community that we would like to see. Like, in order for us to achieve being that community that brings everybody together, we got to be the examples that will pull or gravitate everyone to us. You know what I mean? Whether we make content or not, like, it's okay to be a safe space for somebody. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I've been doing better with my growth when it comes to dealing with others. Yeah, because I know a lot of people say, you gotta treat people like you would want to be treated, but you also want to treat people the way that they want to be treated. Like, what does love look like to them? And do you all align with the way that that they want to be loved, or would desire to be loved, or whatever, whether it be friendships, emotional relationships, etc. Like how would that person want to be treated? I need to find out what that person love language is, and not just strictly speaking from emotion. I mean, like, in general, like friendships, all that. Like, how can I be a better friend for you? Like, what does that look like? What do you need from me when you're hurting? What do you need from me when you're needing to vent about certain things, etc.? Like, it takes intentionality and effort just to be a friend, a parent, a brother, sister, lover, etc. Like, all that is intentionality. People don't talk anymore. Yeah, that's what we were saying. Like, Lyric had mentioned she, struggling in silence, and I'm guilty of that as well, is what I was saying. And that's how we got to the topic of, like, my mom and all of that. It's like, sometimes you struggle in silence, but you got to create that village. And whether it's a small village or a big village, But once you have that village you can talk to and lean on, it's easier to process those feelings and go through those emotions. Because as we said earlier, when you're struggling in silence, that silent struggle becomes a violent outrage, a violent expression. You know what I'm saying? Like people can feel your struggle through the way you speak, the way you talk, the way you carry yourself, the way you act. Like, even though we try to hide it, we don't see ourselves in the mirror when we're at that point. So we don't realize, like, we're actually wearing our emotions on our entire demeanor. You get what I'm saying? So isolation is a silent killer. We were created to be in a relationship so we can all talk and support each other. Facts. Like, even God said it's not good for man to be alone. So as I said earlier, it takes a village to raise a kid. It also takes a village to be an adult. all we are is kids with better toys. You know what I'm saying? And more responsibility. I wasn't raised all talking to people. My family doesn't really show, so that teach me that. So I say to myself, yeah, no, I get that lyric, and the same thing with my family. But the caveat that I would challenge you and myself and everybody else to do is yeah, we were brought up to be one way, but at some point, like again, I said the best teacher is experience or reflection. But at some point in our adulthood, when our brains begin to mature and stuff like that, there got to be a point where you sit down and reevaluate, like, this doesn't feel right, or you may see someone else be a certain way. It's like, dang, how did they get to that point? Like, why are they easily able to talk about, why are they talking about certain stuff? Like, when you start to ask questions about why and certain stuff, like, then you can then start to see yourself in that mirror and say, okay, well, I wasn't taught how to be this way, so now I have to figure out how to be this way. Like, what can I do to be this way? And then you just figure it out as you go. Things of that nature. That's why I disconnect when I feel like people are getting too close, or when I feel myself attaching to someone. I can understand that, because I actually backed away from somebody because I felt like, when this was, I don't remember when it was, but I remember I was like really feeling this person one time, and I've been having so many failed relationships. I was like, there's no point for me trying to like be in a relationship with this person. So I just kind of backed away, and that was wrong with me, because then I ended up hurting that person throughout that process, trying to protect me. Because I'm like, okay, well, if love hasn't loved me back now, I don't see no different. Like, this is only gonna be temporary, I'm sure, and then this person's gonna bounce. And that's how I felt. And me and that person actually recently talked about that, and it was a very good conversation. It was a healthy conversation. You may have overcome a struggle, and someone else will need that nugget to overcome as well. Yeah, so that's what I was saying, like, earlier. I was like, when you feel like you're going through something and your brain is like stuck on it, like, try to go find someone else to help, or even just go do something nice. I don't know, pay for somebody food behind you, just something to get you feeling better, by doing a kind gesture. You get what I'm saying? So, and then once you do that, you're able to kind of break the ice of that mental rut. And then when you help somebody else go through something, they in turn might help you go through the same thing. Or you might learn how to overcome something by listening to their struggle and telling them, like whatever you spill out might be the right answers to your own issue. And then when you sit down and reflect on that conversation, and I was like, I should probably apply this to myself. and then you apply it to yourself, and you just help two people, that person and you. I drive myself in my art, which makes me isolate myself. I mean, we all got like we all got our own vices and stuff like that to where we go to when we feel in a certain way, like that break. And so, and that's what made me want to marry gaming and mental fitness. Like, how many guys or women have said, I'm about to go play the game. I'm having a rough day. I just want to play the game. I just want to do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then when you play the game, it's like going to that village to empty the trash, because you play the game, right? And then you fuss at whatever's happening in the game, or and you find yourself getting to talk and stuff like that. And now you're feeling better because there's a release going on. You get what I'm saying? Like now there's a release coming out that instead of a silent struggle, that struggle is starting to come out. Maybe not fully, but like 20%, 30%, whatever. And like that, like that felt good. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of emptying out the trash. Streaming to play the game as my escapes or even riding my motorcycle. Yeah. So once you're in that escape space, and then that might be where your village is, like my gamer friends. Matter of fact, me and Q never met until 2021, I think. Like 2021, and me and Q been knowing each other for years playing Madden, and like me and Q can talk about anything. Like we connected. Like if I don't say something, if I'm going through something and I don't tell Q and he find out that I was going through something, he be pissed. Like he legit be pissed. Because sometimes when we fall into that habit of isolation, like I said, I'm guilty of it. I fall on the sword first. You know what I mean? I fall on the sword first. Like whatever. I'm not ashamed. Like why would I be ashamed of my own reality? You get what I'm saying? I mean, I'd be proud of it, but I'm not ashamed of it because I can't change it. I can't change whatever I've already done or whatever already has happened. I can't change it. I can only try my best not to repeat the issue at hand or whatever it was.